welcome back to another episode of the Reluctant Sisters podcast. I'm Adrienne.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Amy. And this is a bi-weekly-ish podcast about knitting, spinning, and sometimes other crafty things. We're coming to you from Connecticut, and it is Friday, August 26th. 26th. Okay, so I already said what this was about, I guess. I'm really off today. Sorry. Oh, welcome back to everyone who has subscribed or who watches us on a regular basis. Thank you so much for coming back. And for all of our new viewers, thank you so much for checking us out. We hope you like it. And if you do, hit subscribe. The reason why is coming soon. Let me talk about where you can find us. So, we have a podcast group on Ravelry called the Reluctant Sisters Podcast Group. And that's where we post our show notes when we do them, and all of our giveaway threads and cows. I'm on Instagram as I'm on Ravelry as Reluctant Knitter with no E in the knitter, and on Instagram and Periscope as The Reluctant Knitter. Told you I'm off today. Next.
No E in the knitter.
On Instagram and Periscope, there's an E in the knitter.
Oh, and in the.
And a the.
I thought, never mind.
Doesn't matter. Matters not.
I'm Sarah JG2 on Ravelry and Sarah Gotro on Instagram.
And I'm everywhere as Flower Babies 3.
Great. And I'm obviously off today, so if you want to see like a real good one, watch one of our other ones, because I'm much better than this in real life. I'm normally not this crazy.
She's much more bossy in real life.
I am. I'm bossy. If you head over to our Ravelry group, go ahead and join the group so that you are eligible for all of our giveaways and our cows. So, since I talked about subscribers, let's start with that. We are at 396 subscribers, so we are very close to 400. Thank you so much for everybody who's subscribed. It's really awesome. We've had like a pretty big jump recently, so we're really excited about that. I think the quality of the podcast is getting better. Anyways, when we hit 400, which hopefully will be in the next couple of days, we're going to have a giveaway. So we discussed it very briefly and off the cuff like we normally do, and we would like to gift you, the winner, a free pattern. Not a free pattern. We'll pay for it. We're going to gift you a pattern. What did we say? $8 and under?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A pattern of $8 and under. So we're going to create a thread when we've reached 400 subscribers. We're going to create a thread. This is Charlotte.
We're at Amy's house.
We're at Amy's house. We don't normally,
bye.
off and on podcast here.
Okay. Mommy.
So, when we reach 400 subscribers, we're going to open up a giveaway thread in our podcast group. Please make sure to join our Ravelry group so that you're eligible. And then I don't know what it'll be. I don't know what the prompt will be. I don't know what we're going to do. But there'll be a thread there.
And we'll probably announce it on Instagram if it happens between podcasts.
Yeah, so. I'm sure. Yeah, we'll announce it. So, that's that. Next, we have a couple of cows going on in our group. So the first cow is the Reluctant Cow, and this is basically, it's just a general make along of any type. You can sew something, you can knit something, you can crochet something, you can do whatever you want.
Whips are included.
Whips are included. It doesn't matter how old they are. This installment is going to end actually in a week.
Right.
It's next Friday the 31st, so it ends August 31st.
Or Wednesday, right?
Doesn't matter. It ends the 31st.
My kids start school on 31st, which is Wednesday.
So, this is an ongoing cow. So what's going to happen is on the morning of the 1st of September, we're going to close this installment and we'll open a new thread for the next installment, which will be September, October. So for this one, we have a couple of gifts. We have two prizes because we've had a lot of entries. Sorry, the theme, we also have an ongoing theme, which is socks. You don't have to be reluctant to do the socks. If you are reluctant to do any type of sock, that's cool too, but if you just make a sock for something else, please enter it and post the picture twice. You get 2 entries into our into that cow. So the Reluctant Cow.
Yep.
So the first gift is this bag kit. It's a felt, etc. Felted handbag kit. So you get everything that you need in the kit to make a felted handbag. So that's pretty exciting. And that was that was donated by a local yarn shop for Sarah and Amy, and it just recently closed, but thank you so much for donating that. And then Sarah has chosen another prize.
Yeah, last time I looked, we were almost at 60
Yeah.
entries, so I thought I'd sweeten the pot. Add a second prize. So we'll draw for 2 names. And this is, you would have seen it 2 podcasts ago, maybe? It's hand spun. I spun from Bat from Knit Spin Farm. I think you can see that okay. She has a shop on Etsy, and she has a podcast. Her name is Joanna Spring. This was the Neapolitan with blackberry on top bat. And it had Blueface Leicester, Corriedale, Fin Merino, and Silk. And it's got some kind of mauvey pinks and some brown. And they kind of blended together, but there's little spots of purple, I guess, for the blackberry. And this came out to be 3.25 ounces. I did a 2-ply, 256 yards, so it's about a DK.
So I'm going to try to remember to take a picture of that because I'll post a picture in the thread, which there's already a picture of the handbag kit that's being given away. And then, like I said, September 1st we'll start another installment of the Reluctant Cal, and we'll have a theme for that one as well.
I think we said shawls.
Yeah. Yep. So all of that information will be in the new thread. The second cowl that we have going on is the Rhinebeck cowl, and it is an adult sweater cowl. So we are all going to Rhinebeck, so we're knitting sweaters for that, and we'd like you to knit sweaters with us. You don't have to be going to Rhinebeck to knit a sweater and enter it into the cowl, and there's a limit of 2 sweaters per person, or whatever, to enter. The prize, oh, I forgot the prize.
All right. Bye-bye.
Charlotte again. The prize is a skein of Sweet Georgia yarn that was gifted or donated by Betty from The Knit, which is a yarn shop in Old Saybrook, Connecticut, near me. And I posted a picture of that. I forgot to bring it with me, but I posted a picture of that in the thread. And then the more entries we have, the more prizes we'll give away. And we're also going to purchase a prize to give away for that cowl at Rhinebeck. And that is running until October 31st.
And
Okay.
Yeah, if you are new viewers and you've knit a sweater since February to now, you can go ahead and post a picture.
Yeah, because we started it in February.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're new,
but you did knit an adult sweater or 2.
yeah, then go ahead and enter that. That would be awesome. There's not a huge amount of activity going on right now in that, but it's still
2 months away.
Yeah, so
I'm knitting another sweater to wear. So.
We're anticipating that it's going to heat up a little bit.
Yeah, and 2 months is usually a good enough time to knit a sweater, I think.
Sorry, so the girls are in here, so it might be a little bit distracting. Okay, next we have a coupon for Heidi from Heidi of the Packy Knits podcast. She has a Etsy shop called Packy Knits Designs. Yep. Mm-hmm. And so she gave us a coupon for the yarn, all of the dyed yarn in her shop, and it is 15% off. And the coupon code is Etsy15. We opened a coupon thread in our group, so that information is there if you didn't catch it when I just said it. Also, if you have a shop or you're a maker or whatever and you would like to offer a coupon for our viewers, you can post freely in that as well. So if you feel like it, that would be cool. And that's that. I think that's it for Administrati. Okay, so I guess we'll just move on to FOs. I don't have any, so FOs.
Oh, okay. I don't have anything knitted, but were we going to show our?
Yes.
Okay. Amy and I played around with some dyes.
Yay!
So, I don't know. I would do different stuff with this one, but
Charlotte, you have to go play in your room.
It's a little bright if I put it right there with the lamp, but I was trying to do I was just copying. I'm not gonna like anyway, whatever.
Doesn't matter. We're not selling this yet.
Yeah. I was playing around, but this one ended up kind of looking like Mutant Flamingo from what's her name? Spun right round. I said, oh, it looks more like mechanic flamingo because of the black I put in there.
Charlotte.
But we were just fooling around. I was taking ideas from other people just as a start. It came out a little, I don't know if it looks as bad on the camera, but I think next time
It
if
looks good. I like it.
I think I would put less yellow and more pink in this one, but I think I'm gonna make some jelly roll socks because this is a 50-gram hank. And Amy and I had Amy help me. Amy and I did this one together because I was getting tired by the end of it. But so these are 3 50-gram skeins. This is the black that I wanted. So Amy puts them in, and I said, "Oh, let me put black speckles, so you can see that there's a darker black splotch right there." So we put that in, and then I'm like, I want it a little darker, so then I mixed some more black dye stock and poured it in. So I'm extremely happy with the way the black came out. And
Good.
yeah, it has some black speckles, and yeah, I love it. I did 3 because these 50-gram skeins. I don't know what I was gonna say. Two of these doesn't equal 400 yards, so I was worried that I wouldn't have enough for what I want to do, so we just did a third one. But now I want black everything.
All black,
Let's
everything.
just wash it with black. Let's do an overwash with black.
I was like neurotic about starting. I just stressed out that I was going to mess up, and everybody's like, oh, you can't mess up dyeing. You know, you can always dye it black. And then I thought, you know, it'd be a big waste of money to buy all this yarn and then have to dye it all black. I don't want that much black.
Messed up.
Yeah, and it's like, now I love this black, but whatever. I'm going to use it with this skein I bought a while ago. Maybe a couple months ago, I guess, from Lammy Toes. That's Amanda. She has the Not a podcast, KNOT. But this is Botanical Baddie, BADDIE, not BATTIE. And I love it. I can usually talk myself out of buying yarn, but I
love it.
I couldn't out of this one. So I'm going to put these two together and do the brioche. Was it Sizzle Pop? Sizzle Pop shawl for our shawl cal next.
Our next reluctant cow.
Yeah. And
I love it.
yeah, me too. And what was I gonna say? Inga Rose from the Knitting Diaries podcast is already going to be doing a shawl along the same time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it worked out cool. And if I have any black left over, I was gonna do these together in the jelly roll socks, or I'll just have to dye more black because it came out so good. But we like how it the dye broke in a couple spots. We didn't plan it, but it's got some, like, I don't know if you can see. There's like rusty spots. Came out really cool.
So, I don't dye. Well, I didn't dye this time, and I'm not sure. I don't know. It doesn't matter. What does that mean when the dye broke? The dye broke.
There's different colors in that make a black. All the colors make black. And so your dye can break and spots can come out of the dye that
instead of being black,
black.
it'll be the colors that made the black.
Interesting.
Like
I didn't know that.
brown can break and you'll find purple in it and stuff like that.
Yeah, and there's little hints of purple spots in this too. On some of them.
Cool.
You can't really. I don't know if it's worth.
Yeah,
Because when you put the black dye, what I noticed, I had to
like
keep
little
popping.
purple.
It was making me nervous because when you dye one color, you put it all in the water and then you stick the yarn in.
Right.
Well, it looked purple. And I was like, that's not black. Well, when you pull the yarn out, the yarn was black. So the way it breaks apart into the colors.
You can do that with Kool-Aid too. I've seen that with Kool-Aid dyeing. I think you can break purple. I think you can break purple or something. I've seen it before with other dyers. Like, there's a bunch of Kool-Aid tutorials. Chemnits on YouTube has tons of tutorials on using the pellets from the Easter egg dyeing and Kool-Aid, if you're interested in trying any of that. And she talks about breaking, I think she called it it's like breaking violet or something, and you get blue and other colors out of it.
But what I really found helpful was the Hugh Loco dyeing tutorials. She doesn't do like an extensive breakdown as far as
formulas
for colors, But you just watch how she mixes her colors up, and she just shows you where to put it in the pot. She's got a solid tonal color one that's her initial tutorial number 1, and that includes how to set up and prepare your yarn. And then our other ones are variegated, and there's a speckled one.
Yep.
So,
and then Jinx yarn. What's her name? Is it her name Lori too?
I don't know.
I think so. She has a podcast, The Dyer's Notebook, and she is the dyer for Jinx Yarn, GYNX, on Etsy. She has 2 or 3 dyeing tutorials also that are very interesting. I want to say there's 3 of them.
and the main part is don't stress out.
Yeah, I was stressing too much.
Do it.
And Amy's daughter Evelyn helped me like chill because her yarn came out so good, and she was like, "Oh, I want this here, and here." That was it. And
Just
I'm like,
relax.
Oh, it's that easy?
yeah, I don't know why. And then when I was helping her, I'm like, "Oh, do you want it to blend together? You just poke it a little with the spoon." And I'm like, "What is my problem?" I was just worried because I didn't want it to come out gross, and I didn't have the confidence of like mixing. But I think
Well, you don't want to screw up. You never want to screw up. I was even hesitant, but
you put money into it, so you don't want to waste,
you have to go in thinking, okay, this is just gonna go how it goes, and
I'll learn from it.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't come out.
And
the
I
way
was
want
really
it to.
big on just trying to do it right, and I didn't know where to start, and I was just like stressed out.
But if you watch somebody, even though she's a professional dyer, Hugh Loco or Nicole, I should say, she's professional. She's done it a lot, and she's perfected her talent. At the same time, she just pours the dye in the pot. You know, it's just like getting used to where things.
Well,
go.
I was worried about
getting comfortable.
the weight of everything, and making sure I wrote it down. But it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. So I'm better now. Not neurotic about it as much.
Chill out. It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun.
And it ends up being really fun.
Like, I'm not being judged on this. It's not my job.
And I think it should count as exercise because my legs hurt.
Yeah, I was tired after standing.
I couldn't sit down.
And my arms.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
But fun.
Yeah, your turn, FOs.
And I think too, it's like, I didn't go to art school. Laura from, is that her name? I think Jinx Yarn went to art school for dyeing and fiber, and that's great, but most of these indie dyers probably didn't.
Yeah.
You just wing it.
So plus I don't need to worry. I don't need to be a purist and say that I should only buy the 3 primary colors and I should be able to mix everything from the colors. It's like, no, they've got
Buy teal if you want teal. Buy
Sometimes you need hot pink.
I need to buy hot pink. I know that. Definitely. But it's like, I don't need to worry about mixing colors. If I want to be relaxed and I just want to buy a jar of violet, I can do whatever. And blue is primary, right?
Right.
But you know what I'm saying. If I want to buy orange, I can buy orange. It doesn't matter.
Makes it easier. So I'll start with the yarn since she's finished with the yarn.
Yeah. And show Evelyn.
This is Evelyn. My 7-year-old used.
She's so
She
good.
used the blue I mixed up, and then
I bought a
Easter
couple.
egg
I bought
colors.
more than a couple. They were like 50 cents, and I bought a ton of Easter egg kits to use as dye.
So she picked this. This is her Space Venus flytrap.
Yeah, let me open it. She said this. I put it in the pot for her, and she just said I had it like still in the pot. Whatever. I had it in the pot, and she said I want the pink pellet here, the green pellet here, and I want the blue right here. And I said, do you want it to mix? Do you want less white? And she said, yeah. And look at it. A tonal from putting an Easter egg pellet on the dye. That we didn't break it. We didn't. It was just really good.
So what did she call it? Oh,
Space Venus flytrap.
Yeah. And they do have a blue pellet, but she just wanted. Amy already had mixed some dye.
Oh, our dye is greener shades from Knit Picks, so it's the organic one. I didn't specifically buy organic. It was cheap. It was on sale.
It's not expensive. It was a starter kit, so it's only a quarter of an ounce of everything.
It came with a quarter ounce blue, which is a lot. It's enough to dye 13 pounds of yarn. And it came with a black, and it came with all the other colors.
Yeah, it's 9.
And 9 colors. And a bag of citric acid. So just to let you know.
Yeah, and Any other colors, if we don't want to mix them, we can buy from Jacquard. You can, or Dharma Trading Post has dye.
They all
There's
mix.
Yeah.
Well, so.
If it's an acid dye, you can use them together.
Okay.
No issue.
And then this was my first one I did. I named her. It's called My Husband the Mechanic. Because my husband's a mechanic on a submarine. And this is what he looks like sometimes. But
The blue might be a little darker.
The blue's a little dark for his poopy suits, but it's pretty close.
It's like lighter on
It's
the
like
yarn.
the new ones.
Are they that light?
Yeah, they're pretty light. But
Now we know.
I did brown, and I just kind of swirled it around in there, and it ended up, and then I did some black speckles.
It's cool.
Yeah, I thought it was really fun.
Are you gonna try to make him something for it?
I
from
think
it,
I
or-
might make him a sockhead hat or something, you know? Because he likes the patent square yarn for socks, because it's thicker. But this one's, I think he might like a hat out of
That's
it.
thick like patent square. So.
Is it? It doesn't feel like it.
I've never used it.
It is because you only get if you had 100 gram skein, it would be less than 400.
okay.
So I think
No, sorry.
But I
So-
like how it blended, like, this is what we were talking about. The brown is darker in places, but then it breaks so that you can see some red and
yeah, it's neat.
just lanes
it came
up.
out good.
Yeah, so that's fun. And then these two, I'm hesitant to call them Crazy Mermaid Sailor Love, but it's just how it goes. The red got on more on one skein. This was my first 2 skein and a pop dye
Yeah, but
of speckled.
yeah, one came with a little more red, but if you use them together and you alternate,
Yeah.
it'll look fine.
If that's what you wanted to do.
But
yeah.
I've got
Yeah.
some yellow and some aqua and blue and put some red in there. And it just
Yeah, it came out good.
swirled on in there. And I thought
It comes. I like it. I like it a lot.
I like this a lot. I actually was, and I think I'm going to take from parts of it because I did speckle it with some black and it kind of ran into the yellow. So I'm kind of thinking of just like taking pieces off of it and making one skein of yarn with these really neat things. But anyway, so that's fun. That is fun.
Fun.
And when so that's it for the yarn.
Okay.
That's it for the yarn.
But she has an actual.
I have an
knitting
actual
FO.
FO. Mina Phillip finally, she didn't really, the patterns
Oh.
are for the post-stitch boxes subscriptions. She did four patterns, a hat, a cowl, a sock, and a shawl. And so, I don't know, I'll go over to Knitting Expat podcast, and she's got the post-stitch subscription boxes information. But I test knit the Miriam hat. Is that how you say Miriam?
Yeah.
Miriam. Yeah.
hat. They're all dedicated to her aunt, who
Cool.
taught her how to braid her hair.
Hmm.
And so, I'm not getting choked up from that. it was a
Just
very
joking.
touching. It was a very touching story, but that
Yeah,
was not-
it was a nice.
it was really
description.
really sweet. But her hat. They all have cables in them, and the hat and the cowl both have these
That's a beautiful.
big
hat.
cable and the little cables.
I'll show mine next.
And I'm in love with cables. I just do that Atticus hat, and I love it. But anyway, cable hat. It is with Kathmandu Aran weight. The color is number 158, and it was on US 8 needles. But it's nice, the cat.
Yeah, it looks. Mine
This
looks
is a
different.
folded brim.
Yeah.
Folded brim. You knit it and then fold it over.
Mine
and
looks
put it on.
different because I used Malabrigo
Isn't that
Rios.
pretty? Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know if the color was too light for Tony, but I love it. So
I don't think so.
it was a very easy knit, very quick.
Yeah.
So it's Aaron weights.
Yeah, I like mine.
So if
too.
you want to, like I said, if you want to go to her expat podcast and her
Channel. Yeah, YouTube channel.
her she'll have all the information for those subscription boxes.
yeah, probably
hopefully
two in her Ravelry group.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
her
yeah.
thread.
Hopefully soon she'll release the patterns for purchase because they're really neat.
Yeah, it's usually. I don't know if this time hers will be, but they usually 6 months to a year later.
Yeah.
For clubs, but I don't know if that applies to
And
her.
that's
Whips. I have 3 still. I have the same 3 whips. I will show my socks first. So I have 2 socks. The first one, I guess I'll put this here, is cobblestone socks.
Look at that.
And this is the Mina Phillip pattern, the Beyond Vanilla sock collection, part 1. So that's that. This is where I am. I have a fish lips kiss heel. Did I do? Yes, I did a fish lips kiss heel. I can't remember. And then this is where I was on the last podcast. So I've been trying to plug away a little bit on them. This is, where's my tag? Zauberball, original Zauberball. And it's in the watermelon colorway. It's a single ply, which I don't love. So I probably won't knit with this again, but it's just 75% superwash wool and 25% nylon. But I really like the color. I like how it's, and it's, I didn't get them to match up, but they're not really off that by that much, so. But it's cool. And I'm knitting these on Addy Sock Rockets 2.25 millimeter, 40-inch cable. So I'm doing magic loop.
I pick Ruby's phone.
Yeah, as soon as she's done with it, you take your turn, okay? But you have to wait till she's done. Thank you.
So my next socks are vanilla socks for my husband. So this is the first pair that I'm doing for him. So we'll see how he likes them. But these are also Zauberball. It's the same as the watermelon. This is in the Cafe Flare colorway. So I'm knitting these on 9-inch circulars, and I'm doing them tandem, 2 at a time. So I'm knitting these cuff down. I did Mina Phillips German short row heel for this one, which I really liked. It was really easy to do. And then, so I was just here last time on this one, and then I knit a lot more on this one. Not a lot more, but more than this one. So, that's them.
That's a neat color.
We'll see. Yeah, men's feet are big, so. And I have a hole in my heel where the join was, so I'm gonna just have to close that up, which I've never gotten before, so. Whatever. And these are on Hiya's 9-inch circulars, and they are US size 1.
2.25.
I have another one. That's the beauty of doing tandem. Yeah, 2.25 millimeter. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. Doesn't matter. Somebody's crying. I don't know if you can hear it. It's cool if you can't, or if you can. Next is my first sweater ever. My Rhinebeck sweater.
Oh, what's her name? Regina. Herb Splat, Regina has a podcast, and she knit this too. She showed on Instagram. It looks really good on her.
Oh, cool. I'll have to look at it.
Yeah.
So, I did a lot on this. So this is Old Romance by Joji Locatelli. It's my first Joji Locatelli pattern. So I have a whole bunch of like saved stitches.
Yeah, it's a really different construction. Huh?
Yeah. So it has these sleeve inserts that you knit first, and then you pick up stitches, and then you knit.
Look, a sleeve.
I have a sleeve, which is like big. So I'm doing the extra large. My measurements, according to my measurements, if I did like exactly my measurements, it would be a medium. But in the pattern, she said she's wearing it. This is her measurements, and she's wearing a medium. So what I did is I just took mine. She went 2 sizes up from her measurements, so I went 2 sizes up for my measurements. I swatched, and I swatched twice, so my second one came out gauge. So I went up a needle size. This is a different needle size than the rest of it. So I had to go up for both of them. But that's that. So when I last showed it, I'd had this and the other sleeve insert, and I had only knit this much here. So I got a whole sleeve, and then I started doing the second sleeve the other day.
Cool.
And then I just have like a bunch of, you just put a bunch on hold, like I have like, it's kind of crazy, but it's good. I like it. So
it'll
knitting,
all come together.
It will. And that's what I have to do, because this is my first sweater. So basically what I'm doing when I'm like a little bit confused, I'm like, this isn't going to make sense. I don't know how this is going to happen. I'm like, Adrienne, shut up and trust the pattern.
Right.
So just do it the way it's written. Stop looking ahead. Stop getting confused. Just shut up and do the pattern.
Yeah, especially like that, because that's way out of the norm. And so for a first sweater, you have nothing to...
Yeah, I have nothing to go on. So I'm just shutting up, and I'm just doing the sweater. And then I'm like, oh, hey, look, a sleeve magically appears. Yeah. Except when you have to Kitchener stitch like 140 stitches.
Oh, that's too bad. You could probably do a 3-needle bind off. But then you wouldn't be seamless. But you could have.
I thought about that. Doesn't matter. Just doing it the way the pattern wrote it.
Good practice for Kitchener.
So, yeah, it really is. And that's what I was thinking. So the sleeve insert is Knit Pick Stroll in Dove Heather. And then the body is Stroll Tweed in Flagstone Heather. So I just went with something like a little bit more affordable, being my first sweater. If I really mess it up, at least I didn't invest too much in it. The lace inserts I did on ChowGoo US size 3, so 3.25 millimeter. And then the body I'm doing on size 5, ChowGoo size 5, 3.75 millimeter. And I'm actually really enjoying it. You know, it is what it is. Oh, here's the knit picks with the dove. It's just Stroll fingering dove Heather. It is kind of, you know, a little boring when you get to the point where you're just doing 28 rows of stockinette. But it's fun for mindless knitting and just watching TV. It's cool. So, and it's a good change. And then if I feel like I'm getting bored, I'll knit on something else. So that's that. I'm really excited about it. And I was like really nervous because I was like really procrastinating on picking a pattern and finding what I wanted to do. And I was worried that I wouldn't have a sweater to wear to run back.
Texting me pattern. I'm like, I don't know.
Like, look at this one. What do you think? Look at this
I'm
one.
not wearing it.
But I think I will have a sweater for Rhinebeck. And I think my next sweater is going to be Stonecutter because Laura from the Fun Knits is knitting it. She's been knitting it for like forever. And then
There's a lot of
Sue
cabling in that.
is a lot. Yeah, and I don't think it was like, I think someone else who had done it, Kristen from the Yarngasm podcast, she said it's not for beginner cabler. It's just, you know, it's more in-depth pattern. So Laura's doing it and Sue from Legacy Knits is doing it. So now that I'm seeing
is her second
Sue's Rhinebeck sweater, the first one was the Madewell, so I think that's also by Hoagie Locatelli. So so now I'm like, my next sweater is definitely going to be Stonecutter because I've been loving it for forever. And anyways,
Cool.
I think that's it for my whips. You
Okay.
go ahead.
I'm still working on socks from my friend. I don't usually do vanilla, but I'm doing vanilla this time. It's the Regia design line by Calf Facet. It's
You need to go this way with it.
oh,
Yeah.
color number 02900. I'm doing it 2 at a time on size 1.5, 2.5 millimeter Addies. I use a 40-inch cable. So that's it.
What's your go-to tote?
This is what I did last time, or where I was last time. I think they call it wedge. You just increase every other row. I do a Judy's Magic cast on. I've done rounded toe, but I have to look at that. Like, you increase every 5 rounds and then every other, but then I have to like pay attention. But this I know every other. It looks the same on.
Yeah.
So I don't the wedge, you can see the wedge isn't very narrow. Some people only cast on like 9.
Oh yeah.
I cast on
I think
16.
half, right? Half the stitches that you're
Yeah.
supposed to end up with.
Yeah, I cast on 16 on each needle, 32 stitches, and then I increased to 64 for those. That's what I do. And then I have, this is the kitty vertebrae that I'm making for Evelyn. That's Amy's middle daughter. I told Olivia, the oldest, I'd make something for her, make her a sweater next time. But Evelyn picked out the pattern and she picked out the color.
Of course.
So I don't remember where I was last time. I think maybe somewhere around here.
Yeah, I don't remember.
think
You
I-
weren't that far, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think I was on the back somewhere. So I just plugged in this lace pattern. If you go to the Fat Squirrel on Ravelry, she has a podcast too, but she had a
She's amazing.
a vertical,
Oh, really?
yeah, a couple of years ago, and one of hers, she put this lace pattern. So this is on her. This lace pattern is on her project page. It's just an easy thing. But I finished a sleeve. I'm starting with next.
And those are DPNs.
These are DPNs. For some reason, I don't know. It wasn't working for me with Magic Loop this time. So this is the fingering weight version. There's like 4 different versions. Chroma fingering from Knit Picks. This is the lupine colorway. that Evelyn picked out. So it came out really good. And then I like how the sleeve, I did pull off a little bit so that the sleeve would match the color that where it was held on. Where I separated for the sleeves, I went to that next color. And then it almost exactly
Match the body.
used one whole color repeat. And so I only had to rip back a little bit, or rip out a little bit to get to match the And then I next have this sleeve. much left. So more
Money.
than enough, yeah. And then I'll have to pick up for the neckband. And it has no front, so I don't know if you can tell that or if you know the kitty vertebrae. You probably 2 or 3, you pick up for the neckband and you only do 2 or 3 centimeters, I think. I can't remember. But, so there's, it goes like right here. You know, it's an open front, which is nice.
Yeah.
This probably wasn't the best yarn choice. It's a single yarn, but whatever. She's excited. She's growing, so by the time it gets all wore out, she'll be out of it.
Yeah.
Anyway. No big deal. Cheap yarn, so no real loss, especially for a kid's sweater. But she's really excited. All right. I put down my hand spun sweater because I still, I don't know.
The brown one?
The brown one.
Go watch the last podcast because we talk about the brown, what to do.
Do I want a brown sweater? And so, because I'm not positive on my pattern choice, I just put it down so I can think about it.
Because you might frog it into a different pattern, right?
Right, and I don't want to
Don't want to keep going.
Yeah, why waste your time? So I picked up a sweater I had started before, and I'll show you. This yarn is great, but it's weird. I guess I'll talk about it first, or what the yarn is, and then how I went back and forth. How do you say that? It's a French site.
Oh, I've never seen that word.
Can you read it?
Rurum? Natura. No, Natra? I don't know. I've never...
All right.
Are you sure that's French?
Yes.
Weird. I've never seen
De Rerum Natura.
De
De.
Rurum. De Rurum. Natura.
She speaks French, that's why I'm asking.
I have no idea. I would have no idea.
And then, is that Ulysses?
Yeah, Ulysses.
So they have,
So it's like uses whatever the yarn is.
that's
type
the name
yarn
of
it
their
uses.
base, yeah. That's their yarn base name. Ulysses.
Ulysses.
They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different bases, and they're 50-gram balls. It's in the shape of like Cascade 220 Superwash is like a ball. Anyway, you can buy 50-gram balls in these bases, and the Ulysses is the one I'm using. It's a sport weight, and they're natural shades. They're undyed natural wool colors. You can also buy in 100-gram hank. I don't have a ball band to show you. It doesn't come with one when you order it in the 100-gram hank. I don't know if it still is, but when I bought this, I want to say last year, I'm not really sure. It was a little cheaper to buy the 100-gram hank, and if anybody's noticed, I really like natural wool colors. I've knit a shawl with, I think the Gilead, is that how you say that?
Yeah.
The worsted weight base, and there's a shawl that it uses, they have one color that's called salt, they have one that's called pepper, and then they have one that's called salt and pepper. I don't know if you can see these shades, and then you can't see the natural one. So there's a white, a brown, and then a white and brown, and now they have a new one. It's called white pepper, or poivre blanc.
Poivre blanc.
Yeah, see right there, poivre blanc.
Cute.
Which I left. I had been looking for the perfect oatmeal. So I was looking
Search
around
for the perfect oatmeal.
Yeah, I wanted an oatmeal sweater, and
At McDonald's, apparently.
Oh, is it my family's McDonald's oatmeal?
I was looking for the perfect oatmeal color, and then I don't know how I found it, but in somebody's pattern page, they said that this was the perfect oatmeal. So
And were they right?
I think so. I want to find it, the cloud cover. So I was trying to make, I wanted this sweater, and I've wanted it for a while, but this yarn is woolen spun, and I'll show you in a second. So I was not getting gauge. It was weird. I usually don't have any trouble with gauge most of the time, except with the Mama Vertebrae sweater. I have to go down a needle size. But this is the sweater.
I was just going to pull it up for you
perfect.
if you were going to talk about it. So
Yeah. Should I go like that?
yeah.
So I wanted this sweater, but I just could not. Oh, it's called Cloud Cover by Heidi Kermeyer. I wanted this, and I have the perfect bee buttons from Katrinkles on Etsy. But I couldn't get gauge, so I have that book. It's like top-down sweaters. Anyway, the book I have, it gives you the stitch gauge, and if you were getting like 5 stitches to the inch, so from any size from infant to man size, with any gauge in between, it helps you knit a sweater. So I was trying to make a cardigan, and I'm like, oh, all right, I'll just make the cardigan the shape, and then I'll add the button band from this. And I was just stressed out. I wasn't confident in it, and so I wasn't knitting on it. And then I don't know. I put it down because I wasn't confident that I was going to end up with what I wanted, so I wasn't knitting on it. And because no matter what gauge I did, it was not coming out. And see, so I don't know if you can tell on this piece, but it's very, oops, dropping stitches. It's very thick and well, not very thick and thin, but it has thick and, oh, here we go. See how it goes thin, and then there's that big part. But you can squish it down really easy. It's just woolen spun, so it's full of a lot of air. So no matter what my gauge was, it was making me crazy. So then I don't have this problem. I don't pull on the yarn very tight, but some people don't like woolen spun, like, or are leery of it, like with Brooklyn tweed, because it breaks really easy. Like, so some people have a hard time with it breaking while they knit. I did not have that problem. Once it's knit, it's not gonna poke holes in it or anything. So then I thought about it, and I thought, well, since I usually have gauge, no problem, I'm just gonna take the needle size that the pattern recommends, and I'm just gonna knit the sweater and be done with it, because that is what I want to knit with this. So that's what I'm doing. So this is where I am, just past the split for the sleeves, you know, that little bit. I haven't really knit on it this week, but I think I did this last week. Yeah, I think I did this all in a week. So I'm glad I did, because I was about this point, no, I hadn't even split for the sleeves yet on the first sweater I was doing. I didn't even pull it out yet. I just took it off the needles and left it. I haven't even split for the sleeves yet, and I was already through a skein of yarn. But look how much I have left of this first skein. So I'm glad I did. And I put it on, like I squeezed it on, and it fits my shoulder, so I guess it's fine. But so I'm really, really glad I listened to my gut and stopped, because I would have been upset if I knit this sweater and it wouldn't, it didn't fit or anything. So that would have been crazy. And anyway, I have narrow shoulders, so I would have really hated not having it right. But that is what I'm working on. I think these are size 4 Addy rockets. I like them a lot. Oh, I was also knitting the sweater on with my Knitter's Pride interchangeable rosewood needles.
In a minute.
And
don't touch that.
I really didn't like the way this yarn is very fuzzy. It almost feels like velvety or like chenille. And I like slick needles anyway, but I don't mind the wood needles. But I just felt like it was way too grabby, and so I wasn't enjoying knitting. Meltdowns.
When you said the perfect oatmeal,
Yeah.
I was thinking, because she said, what did you say? Oatmeal something. Oatmeal color. You didn't say oatmeal color. Maybe you said oatmeal yarn.
Oh, maybe.
Doesn't matter. I thought oatmeal stout, and I'm like, oh, I could really go for an oatmeal stout right now.
Excuse all the running and craziness. No big deal. But yeah, I really love it. It's really squishy. It's going to be really cozy. I think because it is woolen spun, even though it's thick and thin, these squished down so it doesn't look too...
It looks, I like it because it
Yeah.
looks like the oatmeal's like so natural. I think that the variation in the thickness of the yarn is like really natural.
A tiny bit of
and-
texture.
It just looks like a nice natural.
It'll block out a little smoother anyway, but it's just gonna be cozy and I can't wait. I don't know if you noticed on the bottom of the sweater, there doesn't seem to be any kind of like edging. I don't know if you can tell, but you just bind off for the sleeves, so there's a little curl and everything, and I like that feature. I don't think I'd like it on every sweater I ever did, but it's a nice design feature on here and there.
It'll look good on that.
Yeah, I'm excited. So I'm sure I can get it done for Rhinebeck. I don't see why not.
Cool.
It's 2 months, so.
I'm
Well,
gonna wear my Rhinebeck sweater twice.
Is it 2 months or is it like a month and a half? I don't even know. I think it's a month and a half. I pre-ordered a bag.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because they were 20% off. I have to pick it up at the milking parlor.
That's funny.
Yeah, they have. I don't know if it's over now. It might have been through Wednesday.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
If you
think it was-
pre-order the shirt, any of the merchandise, I
Yeah.
think, if you pre-order it for the festival.
Yeah,
Because
so
what
no
is
shipping.
it? It's technically New York sheep and wool,
Yes.
right? It's just in Rhinebeck, New York, so everyone calls it Rhinebeck.
So yeah, I'm excited. I can't remember what hotel. Do you remember?
I don't remember what hotel.
We'll have to look because we
booked it like a year ago, so.
well in springtime at least.
Yeah.
So.
No, it was a year. It was like October.
Was it?
Yeah,
Stop.
October or November of last year. Yeah.
Wow. We're gonna have to
Here.
look it up. I wonder if you can call your credit card. Do you know where I'm home?
Oh, I have the.
You have it somewhere?
Yeah, I have the email confirmation email
Oh, good.
from Priceline.
Yeah, I'm excited. I
Yeah.
can't wait.
So
we're excited about it.
Yes, we are. This is Yuki.
Edit.
I don't know if anybody can see
Aw.
Yuki, but she's being such a good girl today. She's very high energy, so for her to be quiet is so good. She's a really good dog. Really
She's
good.
not a barky dog, though.
No, not really.
She's really good.
She's just in
She's
your face and
very
wants to be
high
loved.
energy.
And her head is hard. It can break your nose.
Yeah.
But I love her anyway.
Yes.
She's
And she
so
pinched.
good.
She pinched my finger yesterday, an
Aw.
accident. But
But she's being really good. Good girl. Okay, go to bed.
go to bed. Thank you for the kiss.
All right,
Good.
whip, Sadie.
Oh,
Yeah, finally.
I had split the sleeves for my Mama Vertebrae last time. However,
Oh, this is coming out so.
I'm excited.
I was right
Are you
here.
wearing? Is it you?
No, it's my spray.
Oh,
I know.
I'm sorry.
When I
I
first
got lipstick on you.
When
Did
I-
I like smudge it? Smash
when
it in
I
my face
when I
with it?
first put it up, I'd walked through here and thought Charlotte had sprayed something, and I almost was like, "Who's spraying stuff?" And I realized I put an air freshener.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It
what is
smells
that
like lotion.
smell? It does.
Because I like smells in my house, and after a while I can't smell them anymore. Like
Yeah.
the Scentsy warmers and all the wax warmers, I'll put them in, and I can smell them if I stick my face on it. But I like my house to smell good, and that one just sprays intermittently. I don't have it on the big one, so
That's probably why I'm only getting whiffs of it.
yeah. So I
Okay.
was
Which is good because that might make me freak out.
I was right here on the back. We had a little discussion about the fact that
Oh, she didn't alternate.
I didn't alternate skeins. Number two, I didn't check the dye lot on one of them, so it was a different dye lot. But it doesn't matter because I put in the stripe.
Yeah, it's not as you notice it, but it's not like
It looks more purposeful.
right.
So I
right.
am. This is the Mama
Yeah,
Vertebrae.
especially on the bottom. I think it works on the bottom because
Yeah.
you know how sometimes the shirts will be darker and like,
Yeah.
so it works.
It's Mama Vertebrae by Kelly Brooker. I'm using 2.5 millimeter.
I love seed stitch.
It's funny. I've made these baby ones a couple times, and the first one it was like, no, I want ribbing, and the next time I'm like, no, this yarn needs to be seed stitch.
So I kind of just judged how much stripe, and because I'm using Sweet Georgia Deep Cove,
This is the main color.
the main color, and then the Sea to Sky Party of 5 is the stripes. So each stripe I did 6 rows, and then I did 2 rows of the main color in between, and
It's perfect.
I
so it
love
gave me like 10
it.
centimeters of striping
Oh, did you finish
before I
the
started the
sleeve?
border. It's just a minute.
Oh,
So
sorry. We're just excited.
okay, that's all I wanted to talk about there. So I finished the bottom.
Did you math it out first, or did you Like, did you do the math first?
No, I kind of judged where
Or
it was
you-
sitting,
and then it just turned out to be perfect.
and then it just turned out to be good. Just I measured it after to judge where I needed to go on the sleeve,
And we
Yeah.
we did talk
because
about.
I didn't care how long it went.
Yeah.
We did talk about having more than 2 inches of the main
Yeah.
color before she started the border, and I
Right.
think that worked perfectly.
And
Yes.
then I did once. I finished a sleeve as well.
Seriously.
Is this a 3/4 length?
No,
Oh, it's full.
it goes down. I kept having to
Oh,
try
you
it on.
have
And it was pain, but I did a 2.5 for the main body. I had to go down the needle size. However, I had to go up to a 3mm needle because my gauge in the round is completely different than my gauge in
Really?
flat. It was because I started them magic loop.
Look, and is this a brand new skein? Because I think I can see a difference in the right here.
Yes, I used the new. I
Oh.
used the same dye lot color from the other one.
But so these are the same dye lot, but look, this one's a little lighter.
Yes, which is fine
is-
because I started the sleeve with the new
my God,
one,
I love
so
it.
both sleeves are going to be the same skein.
But isn't that crazy? Because it's like, all right, I get why these look so different because it's a different dye lot, but
It's funny. Hand
if
yarn.
if you look really close, you can see that right here, even though it's the same dye lot, this part where she split and this part where she picked up right there
Yeah.
is different.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
so-
because
but
I started.
it's not going to be noticeable when she wears it, but I thought it'd be interesting to show you guys
Yeah.
what we're talking about if you've never
never did it before.
seen that before.
When
I love
I
it.
yeah, because when I started, I just took the needles and started knitting, pick up the sleeve and knitting in the round, and it was like tight,
Oh, so
tight.
okay,
Yeah.
so your gauge is looser in the round than it is
looser in
flat.
much
Okay.
looser in the round. So I ended up switching
Oh,
to 3.
Is that what it was? I thought it was the other way
No,
around. Okay.
it's tight. No, it's tighter in the round.
I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. Tighter on the round.
She's confusing me. So
Sorry.
I had to go bigger needles in the round to
Oh,
get
okay.
the same gauge as my flat. So I'm on the second one. I'm almost ready. I did 10 decreases down the arm, and then pretty much started the stripes with 8 rows in between the things. Anyway, it's all mapped out on that Mama Vertebrae. You can use any weight yarn. You can do any really
Yeah.
wide range of sizes.
Yeah,
you
she's
can
got,
do different borders.
From fingering to Aran weight for an adult, I think it goes to like fingering, DK, and worsted for kids. So she's got, you can buy a pack. The newborn vertebrae, just one pattern is free, or you can go, and she has kid, newborn to like probably toddler is called the baby vertebrae, and then there's a kitty vertebrae that covers like kid sizes, and the mama, and you can buy a bundle. I think you can buy like the kitty baby vertebrae pack in a bundle for a little less, which was what I did, because I've done the baby vertebrae a couple times.
Oh, so
And the I've done
But my,
mama
my
once.
sleeves, I didn't. You can decrease as many times down your arm as you want.
Yeah, just
I
keep
left
trying it
mine a little baggy. See, because I like it.
I wouldn't have done that because I like to push my sleeves up.
Yeah.
So it's all what you want.
So is this it? Is
Which
this
is
it for the
nice.
front? Is that all it does?
Yeah, but
See,
you
I
put.
wouldn't like that. Oh,
you can.
no,
put,
you're gonna put a seed
You
stitch.
put a seed stitch button or whatever.
a collar
you wanna
button
use.
band.
You do a button band.
Faux
It
button
only
band.
calls for like 2 centimeters or so, but you can make it as wide as you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I did maybe 1.5 inches.
But I love it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I have really big shoulders and bigger arms, and so I just
she's
like
more muscular.
I didn't want it tight. I didn't want to look like Hulk. I didn't want to look like a muscle tee on my arm, so I
Yeah.
only decreased 10 times, and so it's a little bit of a.
Looser heel.
Well, I should go like this.
Looser on the wrists.
But you can do it tight if you're spindly.
Yeah, but you can. That's what's nice.
But
You
I
just keep
kinda
trying it on.
And I wanted more of an open front because I have a larger chest as well, and so it just makes it so it doesn't feel like I'm pulling things over my chest. And plus, I was thinking the new thing, because this is not the only
to bed.
one I'm going to make as far as like sock weight sweaters, because I get really hot, I get sweaty easy, and so layering for me, it's hard to wear like a pullover sweatshirt or a pullover. I like to have the open front because it airs me out. And so I was thinking having this with like flowy tanks underneath would just make it easier to, be warm but not have to be all.
Especially with going to Rhinebeck, because I think like the weather is so like, I think some years it was freezing and some other years it's been really hot. And...
Are you planning on coming? Have you decided?
Yeah, I'm gonna knit all this junk and then it's gonna be 80 degrees out.
I know.
Forget you, Rhinebeck. Forget you. So that is what I'm doing. Like you said, I'm on that second sleeve. So hopefully by next time I'll be done, because it doesn't really take very long to do a sleeve.
Cool.
And
do you have any other?
No, as far as stuff on the needles now.
Okay. So moving on to procurements. I have one yarn and one something not yarn.
I can't wait to see.
Yeah. And I bought needles, but I think they were just, doesn't matter. So this is my yarn that I bought. It's from Junk Yarn. I'm so excited. Color inspired by women. And the dyer behind Junk Yarn, her name is Kemper, and she also has a podcast, like intermittent podcast, I think also called Junk Yarn, right?
Yep.
Okay. So this is Ariel, so I'm very excited. She does...
You can see the spark?
Yeah, you can really see the sparkle. She has a website. She's not on Etsy. And her shop updates are a lot of times it goes really, really fast. She's had a couple
instant.
Yeah, she's had a couple of skeins that have kind of just hung out for a little bit and stuff, but then her
less than 24 hours hang out.
Yeah,
they're really.
So her last update, I didn't even bother to go look, because I knew that I would fall in love with something and I'd want it and then I'd get it, because you have to be, if you feel like you might want it, get it, because if you think for more than a second you won't get it. So I'm like, I'm not even gonna look. I don't even want to look. And then she posted on Instagram, oh, I forgot to list these. I have a couple of skeins of Ariel, and I loved this when she first dyed it. I'm like, oh, I want that so bad. So when that went up on Instagram, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go look, and then I'm gonna refresh the page in 5 minutes, and if it's still there, I'm gonna get it. So it was still there, so I got it. It is in her Starlit sock, so it's 2-ply sock. It's 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 5% stellina. It's 438 yards to 100 grams. So I'm very excited. I don't even know what I'm gonna make with it, but I love it. And then I bought a sock ruler because I'm knitting my husband's socks, and
I want one of those.
And so I'm not really sure how long to make it. And because I'm doing it on 9-inch circulars, it's going to be, because typically what you do when you're doing top down is you just try it on, and then when you're 2 inches away from your end of your toe, you just decrease. But because I'm doing it on 9-inch circulars, I thought it would be a lot harder to try it on.
Yeah,
I figured it would slip off the needle. Slip off the needles. So I got a sock ruler.
I didn't realize this was such thick plastic. I thought it was thinner.
So this is... This is the sock ruler, so sockruler.com. I didn't buy it from sockruler.com, though. I did buy it from a shop on Etsy, because I was already on Etsy, so I just did it.
They're like at $10 or something, I think, right?
I can't, I think $11.99 or something I paid for this plus shipping. So it's kind of, I guess, a lot, I guess, for what, I don't know. But then I'm like, well, I'll probably use it more than once, so. You don't put their foot up to it, though, and measure their foot. There's a conversion chart on the sockruler.com. There's a conversion chart, so whatever shoe size it is, it tells you how long to make the sock. So you can use this either way. You can put it in, if you're doing toe up, you can put it in your sock up to the heel and measure out how long you want your cuff. Or if you're doing top down, you can measure how long the foot is. So I've got a lot to go. I think I'm supposed to go to like 9 1/4 or 9 1/2.
Yeah, well, you could put it in the toe 12. Too, if this was your toe, right?
Yeah, that's Tony's 9 1/2.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, so good. So I should measure yours, because I just want to make sure that I'm positive on what it's supposed to be. So I think I have to go to 9 1/4 or 9 1/2 or something. I have it written down. So I've got a while to go on it. But I'm happy I got it. Finally, I was like, I need to do it. And then I didn't work on the socks for a while, because I'm like, I need to get that. So I don't want to, not that you could ever go too far. A man's foot's way bigger than you think it is. So yeah, so that's that. That's it for my procurements.
Okay.
Oh no, we did a candy swap.
Yeah.
Should I show my swap?
So she got hers yet. I've talked to my partner Jessica, and I think she might mail hers out today. I'm gonna mail mine out Sunday. It seems like everybody else, even if like I put a deadline, but it was just a suggestion so people don't forget to do it.
Mine's in Jersey, so I'm waiting for like the weather to break so that our stuff
Candy
doesn't
doesn't
melt.
Yeah.
So, but it seems like everybody's under control and all set, and
on the same page as their
can't
partner.
wait. Please post a picture in the thread so we can all look at your stuff.
Hashtag reluctant candy swap.
So I'm so
Or in the
excited.
Ravelry group.
So
It'd be fun.
I
Because I didn't buy anything either.
got matched with Diana from Ohio, and she was very excited. I don't think you can hear it.
Oh, okay.
She was very excited to get me. Thank you so much. So I sent her package. She already got it. I didn't send her nearly as much. When this came in the mail, I'm like, why? I'll turn it. Why is this box so big? Why is this box so heavy? It's like 400 pounds.
Oh no.
So she sent me, it's insane. It's insane how much she sent me. So let me just
Does she
clear-
like what she got?
She does.
Oh, good.
I was like, oh my god. Why?
I know, that's always my fear of like, I'm going to send too little.
Okay.
Where is she? Oklahoma?
Ohio.
Oh, Ohio. Oh, H.
Okay,
not
so
okay.
first of all, she sent me like 100 cowtails, which, by the way, I love cowtails, so I'm so happy.
I've never seen that kind.
I know.
never
So
seen the
this is the vanilla cowtail, which is the only one I've ever had. It's the original. I don't know if it's the original.
It's got like caramel with white in the middle, right?
Yes. It's like cream in the middle.
Right.
Then she sent me caramel apple
Mm.
cowtail, which I've never had
Did
before.
you try it yet?
Not yet. Do you want to open it?
Oh yeah, they all look like this. We'll show you the
Strawberry cowtail and chocolate cowtail.
I've had the chocolate.
Which I tried the chocolate. She
seen
sent
them
2 of
before.
each, and I tried the chocolate, and it was good. I liked it. Thank
So
you.
the regular ones, the original look like this caramel, and then the center is a cream. And we have those. Oh, the same company makes just the wrapped candy, and it's like that big, and it's
Gets
caramel with a creamy like frostingy in the middle. So this is the
Gets
caramel
is the
apple.
brand. Okay, so then let's do a taste test.
That's good.
Is it good?
Yeah,
Actually, you try them because I'm talking.
it's the
Unless
same
you don't want
texture as the white middle, but it's
Yeah.
got an apple flavor. It's actually
It smells very appley.
good.
Okay, so then she sent me a Take 5 bar, which is delicious. I opened it and
Yeah,
I've had
I
half
like
of it.
those too.
So milk chocolate pretzels, peanut butter caramel, and peanuts. I shared it with my husband.
I think they have peanut butter ones.
That has peanut butter in it.
Oh, my goodness. I have one of these.
She sent me Lindt chocolate, dark chocolate with a touch of sea salt, which I love sea salt in my chocolate.
Go.
And then she sent me green apple twists, Walnut Creek Foods. She sent me this really
I love
hysterical
licorice.
card. She was so nice. Oh, and then she asked a question. So after I'm done doing this, then we can answer her question.
Oh, okay.
Caramel apple.
I love
I'm sorry,
those.
green apple.
I love those darn things. Any kind of chewy candy.
You
like
can
that.
have them because they're not my favorite.
Well, they're mine. Thank you.
And neon gummy worms, which I'm very excited about.
Yeah, those are not a color known to man. in
And my
nature, but-
favorite Sour Patch Kids watermelon. It was hard to
See,
do
those
a
aren't my
swap.
favorite.
It was hard to do a swap with someone in the United States because I was like, I don't,
Yeah.
you know, I don't want to send you all kinds of stuff that you've already had before. Like, oh, I can get that at the grocery store. Thanks.
These are harder to get though. They don't. These aren't at the grocery
Yeah,
store
no,
near us. So.
they're not. So I think in her card she says that she is near a farmer's market or owns a. I'm sorry, I don't remember. My husband's a candy freak and he loves the cowtails, so he sent some of those.
Yeah, it's nice just
oh,
to even send your favorite, even if we
oh,
can.
Amish. They're the green apple twists and the gummy worms are from Amish country in Ohio, which is very exciting. And then we live on a farm and have a farm market. We sell
Nice.
produce and meat. We have cows, and bring in some Amish goodies.
Might need to come visit you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's
Ohio's
cool.
not far.
It's not
You can
far.
do it in a day.
Yeah, it's
I
not
like
far.
happy cows. I do.
So then she sent some other things that are not candy.
One of those.
So she sent a yarn
have
stranding guide.
I have a couple. Do you want one?
I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea what it is.
It's to hold strands of yarn.
If you put it. You put your finger in and see these little teeth. You put one strand through each tooth, and then it clips shut. it's got that little lid you open, and then yeah. So you
We can open it.
for anybody else that hasn't seen them, I have a couple. So if Amy wants one, she can have one. I haven't. I've done color work. I never ended up using it.
Oh, it's for color work.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
It's anything you're gonna do 2 strands, so double knitting, color work, whatever. You open this up, so you don't have to like you don't have to thread it through. You open it up and put them right through each tooth, and then you close it, obviously, and then you put it on your finger, and it keeps the. I guess you can. This one's open, so you can put it anywhere on your finger you want, and then it keeps the yarn from twisting up on you.
I love it. Thank you.
I have one if you want one, Amy. If you want to put it in.
Okay. Yeah. And then I think she knit me this, and
Yeah,
she
she-
said somebody tried to steal it. Granddaughter. Her granddaughter loved him. Well, what's not to love? Excuse me. Little bow. So
And
cute.
the little eyes are neat. I've never seen them like that.
Oh, yeah. I never noticed.
Oh, are they,
Cute.
They look like safety eyes, but
Yeah.
are they beads?
Sticky notes.
What are these?
What are
They're
they, Diana?
beads. They're beads.
Beads.
Cool.
Sticky notes, which, I mean, who doesn't need sticky notes?
Always.
A
these
skein of
out
yarn.
when the kids.
Of course, my favorite color.
Knit Picks Shadow Wilderness Kettle Dyed. It's a lace weight.
It's beautiful.
It's 100% merino wool, 440 yards to 50 grams. It is beautiful, and I love it. And then last but not least, she sent me, that's not true, she sent me here. Oh, I love these. I need these.
Candy corn.
They're little Post-its, which I love, because sometimes you just want to flag something, so I love that. And then this wonderful notebook, which I love. It's got hot air balloons on it. And they're a little punched out, so like they're a little see-through, you know? It's
Embossed.
really cool.
Oh, what?
No, they're punched out.
No.
They're not pop out, punched out.
Oh,
The hearts aren't. The,
Like, I can see you.
oh, I'm looking at the hearts. I'm looking at the hearts, not the
The hearts are
balloons.
glitter. The
There.
balloons.
Oh. Because no, it looked gold. Like
Yeah.
the line looked gold.
yeah, the line does look gold. And then
Oh,
it's got hearts
cool.
on it, so it's cute. And I already started using it for my puppy kindergarten class. So I did my homework. It wasn't homework, it was extra credit. Puppy kindergarten.
Extra credit.
So thank you so much. It was extra credit. You get a free bag of treats, and then I forgot it at home.
Oh, man.
She asks a question, which is such an excellent question. She says, question, how did Sarah get such curly hair while you and Amy have such straight? Well,
Yes.
I cheat.
Amy's hair is not in fact straight. It is curly, and she flat irons it straight.
It's not as curly as mine though. It's funny.
It's a different type
it's like
of curly,
between.
but it's definitely curly.
Mine's curly. Amy's kind of is wavy, kind of like a perm.
Yeah. And mine is true straight. I got the true straight hair. So I don't know. Genetics are a funny thing.
Yeah. It's,
If you were to see our mother's family,
Yes.
there's 9 kids, and they look
Yeah.
similar.
They all look similar, but
But there are some with blue eyes and brown eyes and red hair. And
one has really kinky hair. I don't know if I got that from her. I doubt it. I don't think I got my curly hair from my mom's side. Our dad is our grandmother was half Sicilian and half Irish, and there's a picture of her grandmother, and her hair is very curly, like mine. So I think
yeah.
that's where I got it. But Adrian's, we used to like braid it at night, or we had these funny curling rod things. They were like a hook, and we'd go in and out, and it would make it kind of like permed look. It would look fine. She'd be wet, and she'd sleep on it, and wake up, and it was dry, and we'd take it out and just put a little water to soften it, and it'd fall out. It was
straight hairs. That's it.
But it's
So-
also much lighter than ours when you were born.
It was
too.
much light. It still is actually. It is pretty light. This is my natural color, which that's
lighter
another
brown.
thing. But yeah, it is a little bit lighter. I always had like the fairest skin, the lightest eyes, the lightest hair. So I can't tan to save my life. I'm like pale. I got the Irish skin. So yeah. So that's a really good question. But it's really funny that we look so similar. Like if people would say like, oh, do I know you or whatever? She used to work at the hospital. Like they'd see her at the hospital, or they'd go to school with me and recognize her somewhere. Or, you know, we all look really a lot alike, but it's really funny. Our hair is a lot different. So that's the answer. We don't know. Genetics. But anyway, so
My
thank
head's
you.
not straight.
It's not actually straight. Cyrus got the big. Well, I mean, I guess they're kind of tight, but they're like big full.
Do I have one right here?
Yeah, big full curls, and Amy's are
Waves.
wavier. Yeah, it's like more wavy than.
Yeah, mine are like corkscrews.
Mine didn't happen until like puberty.
Oh.
It got wavier and wavier and wavier.
Yeah.
He asked my husband I should just keep it curly, but I used
Humidity.
to also have very thick hair, and it's not that thick anymore either. It takes a lot of work after the children. So.
Yeah, when you have babies, it changes things.
Stupid hormone.
So anyway, thank you so much, Diana. I had fun. I had fun swapping with you, and this was a fun swap, and I'm glad we had enough participation to get some variety in there, which was really good. And hopefully we can do another type of swap in the future.
And if anybody has any ideas for swaps or cows you'd like to
Yeah.
do, please let us know.
because we'll be the ones to do the Cal you want to do. We love
Absolutely.
it. All right.
Don't threaten me to cast on something new.
I know.
Telling you.
Don't tempt me. Okay, Amy, procurements.
So besides the yarn and the dye,
I think that's all I bought was the yarn.
I also
Oh.
got
Mm.
a project bag.
Oh.
Because it was either going to be $14 shipping or $7.99
Extra for free shipping.
extra for free shipping. So I bought an $8 bag.
And if you open the box,
The bag doesn't come with a heart on it.
But if you'd like to,
If you'd like to put a heart on your bag,
you
just
can
cut it
open
while
the
you
box
open.
with scissors and cut the bag,
So I just got a
like
drawstring
I
bag.
did.
That was super cute.
But I made it cute. I used pinking shears and made a heart, and then did
Yeah, let me
stitch
look at it.
witchery, made a pad.
And then
She just needs to stitch around the outside. So
after
it
our
stays
last podcast, we went
So
to Madison Wool,
yeah.
and I bought
You can't.
Oh, I have scissors.
Oh, I got it.
I bought some Hampton Artistic Yarns,
Oh yeah.
tread sock yarn. It's BFL and nylon, which I love BFL, and it's in the Woodland Fairy colorway.
Really cute. I couldn't decide on anything.
I after
Remember that.
making the teepee shawl, it was all brioche, and I was really excited about it. I love brioche. I wanted to make my husband something, and I started making a scarf brioche, just a simple back and forth. But now I'm thinking I just want to do in the round cowl for him. I have this Rowan. So that's that. Just another look. It's beautiful.
Yeah, speckly
And if he
thing.
doesn't like it, I'll just have a cowl.
Ask. I think the only reason he might is
Not
that
like
there's a tiny bit of pink speckles in here. So that would be the just
When
ask
are you
him.
gonna brioche in the round?
Yes.
Because when you brioche something, first of all, it's like that little teeny bit of pink. You probably won't even be able to see.
Especially when I'm pairing it with this Rowan Fine Art hand painted sock yarn. It's wool, mohair, nylon, and silk. And so this is in the Raven colorway.
Is it?
Yeah.
It should be. They should call it Merlot. I said.
Well, it's actually color 304, but when you look it up, it's called Raven because like the other one is elm.
Oh.
But so pairing it together, I think it'll look
Yeah.
really really
Yeah,
cool.
it will.
And like I said, if I get done with it and he's like, I don't really like this, then I'll have a really awesome cowl. So.
Yeah, I like it. I think that's a good choice.
And that's all I bought. This is like something else.
Okay.
Should I talk about that or just you? No, you need to talk about what you got.
Me?
Do you have procurements?
You don't have anything else?
No, I bought the I didn't
The
bring
yarn.
the undyed
Oh.
yarn.
The,
You should
the
see all the
dyeing
stuff.
supplies.
You should see all the stuff that I didn't buy.
The dyeing
Oh, and I pre-ordered a bag for Rhinebeck. So you can go on their website. The I think it's like NY Sheep and Wool. Whatever. Just Google Rhinebeck or New York Sheep and Wool, and they have different stuff. I got a bag, tote bag. But they had a lot. Did you look at it? They had lots and lots of long sleeve T-shirts.
I did, and they actually had one from like last year or 2 years ago or something.
It was the bag, cheap.
Yeah, whatever it was. Yeah,
But it was marked down. But long sleeve T-shirts, regular T-shirts, different necks, sweatshirts. Zipper, hooded.
Yeah.
So if you're going to Rhinebeck, I don't know if the I don't think that it has the 20% off anymore, but you'd save on shipping. But really nice stuff.
I think I'm gonna wait to get something there because I kind of want to look at it up. You know, because sometimes like You might think that it's a certain type of fabric, and then you get it and it's different.
Yeah.
And you go to pick it up and it's different. The bag is cool. Like, the bag is fine if you want to...
I thought about it for a few days.
Sorry, that was Yuki.
I didn't want to not get it and then want it there, and
Yeah.
I could have saved 20%.
Right. So I kind of just looked at it knowing I'm going to spend more on it when I get there, and that's the price I pay for wanting to see it in person first.
Hi, Yuki.
She's like, I'll eat that. Don't think I won't.
A little...
Oh, are we going to do nod to pod right now, or no? We're doing something else.
A
Okay.
little verbal errata. I made a mistake. I kept saying pixel up socks.
Oh, you were saying pixel
By
up?
Kemper, right? Yeah, Kemper Ray. And they are the Pixel Rise socks.
Oh.
I kept saying it, and then I see people knitting Pixel Rise socks, and I was like, ugh, pixel up.
Rise.
Same
Because
difference.
when I
Direction.
watch podcasts and people are saying the wrong thing over and over, like once is okay. Several times in the same flippin' sentence, I'm like, oh my gosh, no. Pixel
She
Up
did
is
it.
not the name. It's Pixel
Same
Rise.
direction.
Then,
get it.
I am. I'll say this before now, guys. I'm going to be casting on, I guess. Melody Hoffman from the Mandarins podcast. She came out. It's not out yet. I'm test knitting it, but it's the
Really?
Whimsical Mittens.
Cool.
She just released the Woodland Mittens. And
Oh,
so
just.
then she put out on Instagram that she was looking for test knitters and they're called Whimsical Mittens. And I'm not going to show the picture
Yeah,
because
sorry.
she's still up on the fence on whether or not she wants the picture released yet. But I'm excited to do those.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Cool.
They're DK mittens.
Nice. I knit one mitten in my life, and I'm saying one mitten like you might think I mean a pair, but I don't. I mean one mitten. Just one. And that's why I do 2 at a time socks. Because I will have a drawer full of one sock from different pairs.
Yeah, I would.
Oh, I guess I could have people weigh in on it.
I knit my first sock, and then I knit 2 pairs before I knit the
It's
second
not
sock.
DK, it's Sport.
Oh, funny.
Oh,
Not
that's
DK
cool.
Sport. So maybe you could, on this episode's thread, if you watch it, let me know what you think, because I haven't cast them on yet. I have this one. It's mocha color, and I have a green.
That one.
I like the green. 2 votes for the green.
2 votes already for the green.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you'd be so
Definitely.
kind,
Help
let me know.
help a sister out.
Help me out.
All right, so next section, Nod to Pod, where we talk about some podcasts that we've been watching, which I haven't been watching any. I'm so
Not new
behind.
ones.
Me neither.
I'm way behind, and so I think I'm just going to start. So whatever new ones this week, that's the one I'm going to watch. I'm not going back. But
Yeah.
anyway, we talk a lot about Mina. We love her so much. She's the only podcast I've watched in the last, forever. And congratulations, Mina! We're so happy for your little baby. If
She
you don't
announced it on
know,
Instagram yesterday.
if you don't know, Mina's pregnant.
And I texted Adrian.
Like everyone else on the planet is pregnant right now.
I know, because as I was scrolling down, I see Nina's pregnant, and I text Adrian because I knew she didn't have a chance to look at her
Yeah.
phone. And as I finished scrolling, the gnome knitter is pregnant with a girl.
Everybody's pregnant. But anyway, we're so happy Mina's first baby, so we just like to say congratulations to our friend.
Time to get baby knitting. She already has. Time for us.
Yes, so we have to figure out what we're doing and make sure that we can all send it in a box together.
Yes, definitely.
I love it. So that's our nod to pod, just to Mina.
I think it's fun to knit
Congratulations.
for knitters because
Yeah.
you know that you can do something that's not necessarily superwash, and you can do something a little fancier because you know they know
They
how
can
to
take care of it. Yeah.
Yay!
So that's awesome. And speaking of babies, my boss's wife is having a baby right now.
Can I find the sweater I knit for that baby? No. I knit the sweater, blocked the sweater, put a little hedgehog button on the sweater, and now I can't.
Nowhere to be found. Oh well.
I better start digging around. Maybe it's in my sock bag.
So the reason I have not been watching podcasts is because I'm deep in the throes of The West Wing. Season 6.
I watched that
episode
when it was
4.
out.
I am on. There's only 7 seasons, so I'm a little nervous about what's going to happen when this is over. And I've just been addicted.
I
I'm
can't
just
remember,
loving it.
but I don't remember it being a bad ending.
I'm loving it.
I watched it when it was on TV. What did
I
I
love
watch?
everything about it.
Me.
Right. can't remember what I've been watching.
And Sean and I have been binge watching Parks and Rec, which goes a lot faster because it's only half-hour episodes, which is hysterical. So good stuff on TV. Oh, and the Olympics were on, so I was watching a lot.
That's what it was. The Olympics.
Of Olympics.
Yes.
I love Olympics. I'm a little tired of what's his name, Bolt.
Yeah. Well, I think he's done because
I think he's wonderful.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't want to watch you race because you're going to win anyways.
Yeah, I think he's retiring.
Good for you.
Can we say that I'm tired of hearing about Ryan Lochte being an idiot? We can
let it go.
All right, let's do what you're going to do, and I don't want to hear about him anymore.
And I took one look at his hair.
Oh
and I was
my gosh, I'm glad he dyed it back. He looked
well,
like
he
an
had to dye it
idiot.
back because he came
he
back
was-
because he's in trouble, and he had to try and look not stupid. But it's like enough with Ryan
Too
Lochte.
late.
Let's like, I don't want to hear whatever.
I want to
tell
see
me when
more
it's
of
over.
the cute little gymnasts meeting. Oh my gosh,
Oh yeah.
what's his name? What is his name?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, Charlie St. Cloud, for crying out
I know.
loud.
Oh, Zac Efron?
Yes. It was the cutest
Yeah,
flippin'
it was
thing
cute.
I
Oh, I
think I've
didn't
ever
see
seen.
it.
Although it's probably the
Yeah.
same way I would react if I met
Google.
Zac.
And did you see their
And he
abs?
hugged me.
Those gymnasts, their abs are
I
like
know.
crazy.
They're
What
hilarious.
else?
They're so cute.
And now
You know what?
I follow Boomer Phillips, the baby, on Instagram because he's so cute.
Oh my gosh, that's hysterical. You know what irritates me too about the Ryan Lochte situation, I'm just going to say, put it out there, is I just don't like how nonchalant the Olympic committee was about it. Like, he was like, well, you
It's
know, it's a
embarrassing.
mistake, and
Yeah, but
kids
he's
will be
30.
kids, and, you know, it's like, I think
He's
that
30. He
I
needs
didn't
to
think they
grow
were.
up.
They certainly weren't suppressing the fact that when what's his name smoked a bong on
Michael Phelps?
Yeah, a long
they
time
made
ago.
a big flippin' deal about that, and he was young.
Yeah.
Like, way young.
Yeah.
He was a kid.
And here's
That's why
Ryan
I'm
out
tired of hearing
partying.
about
He was a
and-
30-year-old messing up a bathroom in a foreign
No,
country.
and see
and then
that's the
lying
whole
about
thing
it.
too. He vandalized the bathroom, and then nobody really knew. And then they looked at the bathroom the next day, and it looked fine. He tore a poster, an advertisement poster, off the wall of the outside of the gas station. But it was stupid.
I'm
if he
more
wouldn't have
upset-
lied about anything, but
I'm
like
more
I said,
upset
I
about
don't
the
want
lying.
to talk about it.
I know, sorry. I'm more upset about the lying. Vandalize whatever you want. You're an idiot. You're in another country.
Pay for it,
You
go.
won gold.
And
you're
don't
going
take
crazy.
off.
Fine.
Don't
act
take off
like
on your
you're-
friends.
Yeah.
What the
And
heck
don't
was
act
that?
Like you're dirty Harry, because in your lie saying you said go ahead and shoot me, and they cocked the gun. Shut up.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe he left his friends.
Police report, and in the United States, it's really illegal.
Never mind Brazil, where they can lock you up forever. You
No,
know,
I don't think
you're
they're
gonna
like that there.
disappear.
They're not like that there. It's not,
You really will disappear.
it's not Colombia or Mexico.
So anyway, are we done? Is that it?
I think we're done. You want to say bye on the podcast?
No, she just
Charlotte?
wants me to fix something.
You want to say bye?
Yep.
Charlotte's gonna say bye.
Say bye.
Bye.
Sorry for the stomping.
Yeah, apologize.
Shaggy Dumping.
Ooh. You
Great.
might put a warning if they got earbuds. Okay, say bye. Don't
Okay,
get so
that's
close.
it.
They can see you.
All right, and don't. Now she put a big nose print on my thing. All
Okay.
right. Anyways, I guess that was it. Was that it? Are you sure?
Post pictures of your swap packages.
Did
when
you have
get
something else you
them.
wanted to say?
Probably not.
I'm sorry.
I don't think so. No, because we were just talking about Olympics. That's all. Yeah, we were done. Brooklyn Fair tomorrow.
Brooklyn Fair tomorrow in Connecticut. If you're in
It's our
Connecticut.
favorite.
hot.
No,
It can't be a
it's
fair
supposed
when
to-
it's this
We're going
god-awful
for
hot.
well, Mom and I and Malik are going first. You know, first
Oh.
thing, and then it's supposed. She said it's supposed to be less humid tomorrow because of the weather. But it's my favorite. That's the one fair we always went to when we were little.
Mommy, it's broken again.
Well, maybe
So-
Rapunzel gained weight.
Is it September 12th at the Knit? Not
Let me
Knit,
look,
New
I'll
Haven,
show you.
Knit New Haven.
Oh, if you're in the area,
Monday.
I didn't get an email from you.
It's okay. I RSVP'd for you.
Okay.
the 12th.
Monday, September 12th at Knit New Haven in New Haven, Connecticut. Jared Flood from Brooklyn Tweed.
It's broken.
Yarn. Brooklyn Tweed Yarn will be there. When I said it out loud, it didn't sound
Yeah,
like
he has patterns and they have their own yarn.
Yes, so Amy and I will be going.
Oh, are you?
so,
Are you?
Yeah.
We'll probably vlog.
It's a school night though, so what do you? Are you gonna
It's it's from 5 to 8,
Bring
so
'em-
I think that we can go and
I'll
be
probably
back
just,
in a
yeah,
relatively.
I'll bring them over right before,
Okay.
and then get there and do my thing and just come back. But or
Yeah, oh, go.
just not go.
Be there for 5.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I'm going with my friend Rachel as well. And so if you're going to be there, it'd be cool to see you. We hope you can make it.
Yeah. Fireman's Honey.
You're supposed to RSVP?
Yeah, Fireman's Honey. Are you coming?
Are you supposed
Heather?
to let them know you're coming?
Yeah.
Okay, so let them know. Decide if you're in there.
You don't have to, because on the email it's like says maybe, so you can check maybe. I think they just kind of want like a general idea of how.
I just want to know
swamped
if like
they'll be.
500 people are coming.
Heather
if
and
one extra person shows up, I don't
and
think.
Sue from Legacy Knits, maybe she could be there.
She's in Vernon. That's a
Come
fake.
on
Yeah.
down. Yeah, but she's.
It might be.
Doesn't
No,
matter.
they go up to Burlington all the time.
Anyways, that's really it for this week's episode of
Bye. Thank you for
Podcast.
subscribing and all the participation in the group.
Bye.
Video.
See ya.
Bye.